don't find depression as negative. I have a different definition for it. I have it as a luxury. I think definition is a luxury. Because someone is not in a survival state, they're in a self-pity state. That's a luxury to be depressed, I feel. I feel it's a tool of self-discovery. And if you're strong enough to face it, is a multiplier in your life to reach the levels of happiness you've never felt before. It's the rebound effect of life that really drives who somebody is. And I said this before, I think your greatest hour is usually followed right after your worst hour of spare. You got to find out what you're all made of. Yeah, it's really easy to hide in success and good fortune and when things are going well and everyone's loved and you're at a party and everyone can be happy then, but who are you when all that's gone? All the cheers are gone, the money's gone, the opportunities are gone. I mean, who is that person? Because that's the person that created it once, and if that person still remains true to themselves, it will create it again. We get to find out who we are. There's a lot of self-discovery there. If you're feeling depressed and you're feeling down and out and everything else, it means that you are not doing the path of which you know you can do. You're doing something that's against the grain of your will and your existence, what you believe in. If you really look at it, focus it, have an honest truth to it, and face it in the eyes, you're going to find it as a multiplier. It's going to be a tool of self-discovery where you get to find out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and how to fix the motherfucker into a path, a direction that you want to achieve something that goes hand in hand congruently to what you want to be. You can't keep on doing the same thing and expect it to be better. You have to create it better. I also feel depression is a state of which one has lost self-perspective on something. The truth, how strong that is, the underlying truth society goes by, isn't as strong as the individual's will and ability to see it. The self-perception, the way someone sees something, is stronger than what the truth really is, held by the majority state. I've gone through in my life. I continue to go through how I dealt with them. I'm going to give you some examples, some people I ran into. And the underlying thing here is that the situation is depressed because the individual allows it to live. Depression is a state of mind, not a state of reality. I can give you situations where you're like, wow, that life is awesome, compared to that life. But then again, that person in the life that you said wasn't so awesome is happy, and the other person that has everything isn't happy. So it's a state of mind and how you see something. They say it can always get worse. Well, it can always get better too. It's the perception of the mindset. The reality isn't wrong. It's the way you see the reality. The worst thing about your letter there is that you said you once were great. You were so great. Well, everything you told me about that has nothing to do with you. You can't control life. You can't control if your best friend dies or not. Your ability is still the same. Your girlfriend, having her or not having you, you're still the same person. Your parents being together or not is outside of who you are, the internal person, the will and the drive and the motivation, the pride within. You're going to the gym at 6 a.m., your girlfriend didn't get you there. Your fucking best friend didn't get you there. Your parents didn't get you there. You got yourself there. You got motivated, you got in shape, you felt great about it, you're motivating other people, you got your dad to lose weight. That was all you doing and you pushing it out. Now all of a sudden you've allowed everyone else's opinion to hold value in who you are. You've given them all that value. And because that value has been depreciated to a point, now all of a sudden the way you see yourself is different. You're allowing your vision of who you are inside to be mirrored off other people, and it cannot be that way. It has to come from within. You have to see it from within, believe it from within. And everything else, it can change up and down. It doesn't matter. The only thing you have in this world, guys, is your perception of who you are and the confidence of what you can do. If you give that up or allow the critics, who are nothing more than self-absorbed pressure players, because they couldn't do it themselves, you allow their opinion to matter, it will alter how you think of yourself, which will then alter your actions, ultimately ending that path of excellence that you're shooting for. Where you're a kid and you want to be a lawyer or someone of importance and remembered, that path over the pressures of external factors being absorbed alters it, and you end up doing something that you can't believe. You're in trouble maybe, you're in jail maybe, or maybe you're just
non-content, and you have a midlife crisis. Pressure is an amazing thing, guys. It's what creates evolution. It must be controlled. The only way you can control it is having a solid foundation to work off of. That solid foundation is your soul, who you are, looking in the mirror, being happy with what you see, okay with the shadow that's casted in life. You're somebody that remains true no matter the ups or downs of society. You remain true. If the storms come and wipes out your fucking plants, it's okay. The roots are still good. They'll grow back because it's solid.
If you look at nature itself, there's a cyclical lifespan. Everything dies, and there's a winter, spring, and summer. That's life. It's how it is. It's how we deal with these things in life that we find out who we are. And if we deal with them in the correct way, then we really get the real blessings of life, the real power moments that really stand the test of time. But most of those moments, they don't come they don't come presented to you. No one can give them to you. You have to earn them. Those moments are like getting up in the morning and training your ass off for a marathon, and the day you cross that finish line, the exhilaration of victory, the way you feel, as great as that is. People watch it, the Boston Marathon that was the other day, people coming across the line, you look at it, you're like, wow, I want to be part of that. Well, that moment was paid forward through years maybe, or months of training, when no one was watching and no one wanted to do it. They paid their time for that. These moments of depression when things go wrong, once you overcome them, you become stronger from them. Depression, for one is the current tense of a word called regret. Depression is the present tense of a word called regret. And if you continue to go down that path where there is no progression, there also isn't any happiness, no progression, it's like a water that's stagnant, it's not moving. You're not in motion. You're sitting there wondering, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Nothing comes from a sedative state. You've got to get up and go. How do you beat depression, man? If you feel lost and everything else, and that it's dark and there's no way out and everything else, it's you've lost your perspective of life. Yeah, that feel-good could be good news. Maybe that happens for you and it kind of jumpstarts you. It's like those pallets they put on you if you die, and the electric shock you to kind of jumpstart. Maybe you get lucky with that phone call. Maybe good news comes your way. But let's say that doesn't happen, because you cannot do that every single time, because you will be depressed over and over and over again. It's part of life. It's part of the challenge, and you should welcome, because it's really a tool of discovery, like I said, that you can learn so much from if you're strong enough to face it and learn from it. Most people hide from it, and they press self-pity, feel sorry for me, they're just hoping for somebody to come help them. But if that person doesn't come, it gets deeper and deeper. It's a cancer that can't cure itself. How do you beat it? One, you gotta get on a routine. Don't take naps during the day and everything else. Get up at 6, go to sleep at 11 or at 10, and do that. Stick to it. Get on a routine. You get up in the morning, you go to the gym, whatever you want to do, you go to work, you go to church if you want to, you go to a social setting, or you go out walking the dogs, and you go to sleep. You read a book, you get on a program. You get away from the alcohol, you get away from the drugs, any kind of third-party thing that's going to alter your mind. You start eating right, because people get depressed and start eating fucking chocolate and ice cream. Bad food creates lethargic feelings in a depressed state that you're coming off the program of excellence. And bad food eats the bad mentality, a bad outlook on life. Good food, you feel good with yourself. It rewards the body for what your body wants. It pushes you to a higher level. Everyone, when they get depressed, they just self-loathing, and they eat bad. Then they start drinking and they start doing drugs, and all that stuff is just putting more logs on the fire to burn the depression hotter and stronger. And it's all starting right in here. You're creating it. And then we're manifesting it. Getting on a routine, a solid sleeping pattern, eating correct foods, getting the chemicals out of our body allows us to come back to a zero balance of who we really are, where our perspective can actually see what's really happening. And then we can look at it. And when we look at it, we look for the good in everything.